Lord, please block anybody trying to interfere with this reading. Do step in and deliver your messages to your children. Thank you so very much. Okay, Sagittarius male. Welcome back, everybody. We're here to work on Sagittarius male. So, Sagittarius male, you were done wrong in the situation. They offended you or you didn't deserve it. Gazelle. Alright. What goes around comes back around. Y'all go no karma is in full effect for everybody. Okay? So Sagittarius male, let's see. Can I just say, before I started this, I could feel there was some resistance. They're trying to discourage me from doing this reading. Somebody has something to hide. They don't want it to come out. However, we do not respond to them. Respond to the one that's on high, the giver and the taker of life, the giver and the taker of all, the real boss. All right. So let us see the real headmaster. All right, Sagittarius male, let's see what they did to you. How dare they? All right, so the details of the case, please, Most High. Most High. Most and their karma for their wretched behavior towards Sagittarius, please. Alrighty. Let's pull the files. Even my cards feel sticky. They're really trying. What y'all got to hide? And Sagittarius male, exactly who is your enemy that they have this much power? No, God is allowing them because God wants us to know that they're working hard to discourage this reading today. Somebody was not waiting for this one. They're gonna do everything in their power to stop this information from coming out. And they're gonna fail. As long as you've been watching this channel, have you ever seen me having to do that one? That one's new to me too. Sagittarius, you got very powerful enemies. Okay, so information about the offense committed against you. Sagittarius male. Cool. Wow. First of all, I'm holding the deck in the reverse. And I didn't even know that. They're all in the reverse. Ooh. Okay. Oh, they tried it. Sagittarius male. It's a real rescue mission for you. Interesting. See how God sent me back to split the deck again. So somebody flip your stuff upside down. Look at that. It's this way. So, first of all, Sagittarius male. Your life has been turned all the way upside down, like a flip, flip. Whatever you are up against, it is very, very powerful. But yet still, they're not more powerful than God. Isn't it nice to know? And regardless of who you are and what you've done or what you're doing on the side, God still executes justice. Isn't that nice to know? So, let's see. At the bottom of the deck, the subject matter we have is a union. So this could be a romantic union, or it could be a partnership that you're in with maybe a family member, friends. It could talk about business partnership, but you were joined to someone, something, or a group. Okay? And that something could also be a part of yourself, like joining yourself to, because you know we have a dark side and we have a light side. So for some of you, it'll be the joining to yourself, a side of yourself, a part of yourself, okay, a version of yourself. So this union may not be involving anyone or anything outside of you. It could have everything to do with just you. So it's like somebody used you against you. That's deep. Okay, but that's what they do anyway, because in order for magic to work, you have to subscribe to it. In order for any manipulation to work, you have to give in to it. We be moving so fast, and even the way that we think, because you know everybody's in that mindset of like, I'm gonna get you before you get me kind of energy. So being in that mindset, a lot of the time it works against you, because even in situations where somebody's actually for you, you might just sabotage yourself. So somebody used you to sabotage you. I'm really feeling strongest that it's your relationship to a version of yourself more than any of the other factors. It could be any of the other factors. Depending on who you are, you will know which of these relate to your story. But the strongest energy is the one where somebody used you against you. So let's dig in. Yeah, so the subject matter is union, hand fastening. So I'm getting restriction with that hand fastening. See, in a healthy union, then it will come through as partnership. But in an unhealthy one, it's restriction. So somebody don't want us to undo the spell. That's why they're trying so hard to not make me do this reading. But I already committed to doing all of them. So if anybody else got a problem with any of the other signs that I have yet to do, you're gonna lose that battle too. So I mean, if you're paying for a magician to help you, you can waste your money if you want to, but I'm telling you, you're gonna waste your money, okay? And if you're doing it yourself, you're gonna waste your resources. Whatever you got to use to try and do this, it's gonna be a waste. Just so you know. Because we're more powerful than you, than all of you put together. You can't stop this. Shit. You can't stop this. In case you haven't noticed, my purpose here on earth is to set the captives free. I am a freedom fighter. I am a real humanitarian. Huh. You hear that card? That card says, huh. One single card drop out. Let's see. Ooh, so we got the witch and the healer. Yeah. So let's look at the underlying, let's look at the story at the bottom. So they're trying to stop you from healing yourself. I bet you that's what story is going to be revealed. So the message is the witch or the healer. Now, can I just take this moment to say, all witches are not evil. There is such a thing as a good witch. Power is power. It's what you use your power for that makes the difference. Not all assassins are evil. If you're going after the right people, you are then an agent of God, an executor of justice. You see me? Not all thieves are evil. If you're stealing from the right people for the right reason, you're an agent of God. Not all abortions are evil. If you're aborting for the right reason, you are doing the work of God. So can we just separate the wheat from the chaff? Okay? Can we separate the sinners from the saints in all areas of life? And dare I say, if you're a pedophile and you're doing the right thing for the right reason, because who are these people? Controversial? That's what I do. I bring the ugly truth to the forefront. Not every child is innocent. Not every child is a child. Evil shows up in many different forms. Some of them are innocent, though. And that's where God goes berserk with the justice. But some of these evil entities, they are reborn to wreak hell upon the earth. And therefore, God gave them hell before they get to wreak hell upon the earth. You see, life is complicated and very magical, and we know very little about it. Point one. We are not taught to see life the way that life actually is. We live in a magical realm. Reincarnation is a real thing. But who the fuck is coming back? That is the question. How are there some children who take pleasure in lighting cats' tails on fire? Who the fuck are you? How are there some children who take pleasure in hurting other children? Who are you? 6 years old and that's how you think. What are you gonna grow up to be if that's how you starting? 3 years old and you're doing some evil shit. What can we expect from you by the age of 12? And what kind of parents give birth to these kind of children? Who are they? How did such an entity manifest into their womb from their loins, spawn of Satan? What y'all been, what you, the parents, been into for you to birth a child who is that evil from that young? Me, from I was 4 years old, I was praising God, recognizing God, knowing of God, believing in God at 4 years old. The woman I thought was my mother, she tried to get me to swear to the woman that I thought was my grandmother at age 3. And at age 3, I knew I was wrong. There was a voice inside of me telling me that it was wrong. At around same age 3 and age 4, I was tested to feed this girl a poisonous berry, what I believed to be a poisonous berry. Thank God it wasn't. And I did it. But there was a voice inside of me telling me that it was wrong. So not every child who is being victimized is actually a victim. But then we did a reading asking God, well, how are children given to their parents? God said that it give a specific child to a specific parent and a specific parent to a specific child because they are their karma. Remember that reading? This is not me picking up for pedophiles, by the way, and people who traffic children and all these things. But I have to go into detail with that one so that you can understand where I'm coming from, because I know that a lot of you probably raised your eyebrows and was wondering, what the fuck are you talking about? Yeah, not every act that appears evil is actually an evilous act. That's why God said, judge not, lest ye be judged. How many people almost died and they brought them back to life only to have that person go on to take the lives of others? Sometimes when people say they want to leave, you should let them leave this realm. Because if somebody, not in every case, but if somebody decides they no longer want to be in this realm, the realm of the living, they know why they don't want to be here. And they're going to be a loose cannon because they want to leave. So if you're restricting them from leaving by bringing them back to life every time, you're only going to frustrate them. Am I making sense? They don't want to be here. And they know why they don't want to be here. And they shouldn't be forced to be here. And God's karma is like, okay, since you don't want them to leave, how about they take some other people out? Those people's lives could have been saved if these motherfuckers were allowed to leave when they tried to leave. Look at life in detail. Not every seemingly evilous act is an evilous act. The intention, the details of the case matter. Who, what, when, where, why, how. They all matter in every case. We are too simplistic when we are dealing with life and people, too judgmental. Okay, so let's read. So back to you, Sagittarius male. So the message is witch, healer. And the subject matter was a union. So we got the same card at the bottom of the deck as the first card, union. Hand fastening, in your case, is like restriction. Union, hand fastening, restriction of the alchemist. So you are a healer and somebody is stopping you from healing. That's their crime against you. Let's read on. We got foundation, responsibility, masculine, doing things, making things happen. That's your responsibility. But somebody keep grounding you with magic. So if you're a high priest or something like that and you've been trying to do magic to bring about good vibes, magic in whatever sense, because you know music is magic. Anything that you do that's positive is magic. Anything you do that's negative is magic. Telling a lie is a spell. Telling the truth, that's also a spell, but it breaks captivity. The truth shall set us free. So everything is magic. Everything we do and don't do is magic. It is a prayer. Prayer is magic. You utter words. Thoughts are magic. If you put the right energy behind them. Are we understanding things so far? Let's continue. So Sagittarius male, you're actually a healer. And that's why that card came out. But somebody is stopping you from fulfilling your purpose, which is to heal. Heal the world. Heal yourself, heal your family, heal your relationship, heal society in some way. Let's read on. They're using magic to do that. So magic, like I said, could be just lies they're telling on you. Or it could actually be some alakazam, alakazoo type magic. They could be poisoning you, your body. But in whatever way, you'll know. It's to stop you from doing your work. They're trying to hold you down from healing whoever you're meant to heal or whatever you're meant to heal, because you could actually be in IT, information technology, computing. You can have great innovative ideas in any field. We're all healers. If you put positivity out into the world to make the world a better place, you are a healer. So know what your purpose is and know that that's where they're attacking you. They don't want you to do whatever this thing is that you are naturally gifted at. So don't just restrict it to talking to people, to psychology. Healers, it encompasses life in its entirety. Everything that exists and everything that is to exist is in all that is in there, the seen and the unseen, because there are things not yet invented that are about to be invented. And if you're one of the people that are meant to invent something, pull something from the future, or pull something from the spirit realm and bring it into the physical, that's meant to work, make the world a better place. You're a healer, and they're blocking the healer from helping to heal the world. Okay, so open your mind and recognize who you are and what your purpose is, and see where you're getting a fight, and it'll all start making more sense to you. Okay, let's read on. So we got security, tarot card guidance, and that's why they were trying to stop me from doing the reading, because they know that this reading, the words that are coming out of our mouth, me and God mouth, is gonna open your eyes and make you understand more clearly. Knowledge is power. You're welcome. Yeah. So we got guardian. That's what we do. Heal the world. Make it a better place for you and for me and the entire human race. There are people dying. If you care enough for the living, make it a better place for you and for me. Hashtag winning. Anyway, let's continue. So, guardian, we got respect. Yeah, I respect you too. Salute. Fertility. Yeah. Getting your spunk back, you're getting your spark back, and you're gonna just dash that magic to the side like, bitch, I'm in this. I's here. Okay. I got my people here and there and everywhere. God has already gone before me and has the way paved for me to be as great as I have been destined to be. You can delay my destiny, but you cannot stop it. Mathematics. You can delay my destiny, but you cannot stop it. Oh. Let's read on. So, yeah. So, invocation of the containment of this magic. So that's what we're invoking by giving you this tarot card guidance and the speeches that happened before we laid these cards out. Yeah, we're containing the magic. Stability, winter, fall. Yeah. If that wasn't clear to you, clearance. So this guidance that you're getting today, it's going to help you to contain what you need to contain. You're going to be able to focus on the containment of your stability. You're going to put a winter energy on that. So you're going to freeze that. And the shit's going to fall off like warts. And then it's going to be cleared away. And then you're going to set up your boundaries. Right. And then you're going to have fulfillment, because those idiots are no longer in the way to stop you from being the greatness that you were birthed to be for humanity. Starting with being a blessing to yourself, of course. Make sure number one is okay, and then, cup full and run it over. When the cup run it over, then you're ready for the public. Because sometimes they be knocking us so far down that we need to regroup. So don't force yourself. Don't rush yourself to get back in the game. Take time to breathe. Take time to eat. Do some exercise. Heal yourself. Okay? And then you'll know when it's time for you to get back to healing others. But first, you need to heal yourself. Psychologically, emotionally, physically, maybe financially, socially. Do what you got to do. But start with you. Yeah? Yeah, so once those boundaries are set, your fulfillment can come in. Yeah. So we got secret, homecoming, and banishment. You were hexed. That was a secret. Secret is your home. What is your home? Your home is all those places that, when I say places, I mean psychologically as well, spiritually as well. So your physical, psychological, and spiritual place, they were hexed. It's like they created an environment where you hated yourself. You were, if not hate yourself, you were very disappointed in yourself. You were disappointed in life and humanity. You were just feeling very discouraged. It's because you didn't know where it was coming from. Now you know. People are doing it. That's not your energy. They tried it. And God said, today is the day. When I woke up this morning, the time that I saw, where did I see 555? Yeah, that's when I woke up. I woke up this morning, and when I looked at the clock for the first time, I saw 555. And then I fell back asleep, and I got up again, and I went to do something, and the next time I looked at the clock, I saw 711. 711 is there's a spiritual meaning. It's been following me. Well, it's followed me before. It's appeared to me before. You're not going to just keep coming back. It's like, what are you trying to tell me? And I looked up 711 online, and we're going to do so again. Yeah, they were trying to banish your fruitfulness, summer energy. Yeah? And they didn't want you to feel whole within yourself. And by them doing that, it blocked your ability to receive, because you weren't putting out what you're supposed to put out. So then you weren't receiving what you were rightfully supposed to be receiving. They changed your destiny by messing with your vibe. Yeah. So we got rebirth, imagination, and remembrance. So to know where you're going, you have to see where you're coming from. And that's what we've revealed to you today. So now with the information that you got today, you can look back and you can even see the culprits. Now, you might be surprised with who, but don't let that break you or shake you, because usually in these cases on healers, what they use is our closest, our nearest, and our dearest. Because they know the shit's gonna hurt. The betrayal is gonna be so disturbing to our psyche that it's gonna keep us unfocused. That's what they want. So when you find out who, when you look back at the past and you find out who the culprits are, don't let that stop you. It's a trick. You're not out of the woods yet. Okay? So right now, this is a battle of mind over matter. Just know that they're human. And maybe they got paid off to do it. Maybe they just secretly hated you. I need to continue, but my nose is running again. Okay, it doesn't matter what they did. It's the who, and don't let the who bother you. It's a trick. Okay? That's why they be using our mothers, our fathers, our sisters, our brothers, our spouses, our children, shit like that. People that we trust, our mentors, these are the ones that they try to infiltrate, because they know when you, even if you find out the truth, it's gonna be so earth shattering that's gonna stagger you spiritually. You be in like a daze, D-A-Z-E, a daze, head spinning, turmoil, in a turmoil. You understand me? It's a trick. Feel your feel, mourn the loss, grieve, and then move on. Get back up, dust yourself off, and just know that they weren't meant to be part of your journey. Secret enemy. Okay? You loved them, they didn't love you. And the fact that they didn't love you, that's enough for you to say, okay, I'm going to cut the cord. Because I see you're bad for my health. Physically, spiritually, emotionally, socially, financially. You're bad for my destiny. You got to go. So I need to stop loving you. Now that I know that you didn't love me. Well, just know that none of us are immune from betrayal. No matter how blessed and highly favored we are, we're not immune from betrayal. But we could pay attention so that it doesn't really linger in our life, and so that it's not operational in our life for a very long time. The sooner you find the culprit, the sooner you could get back to stability, because they don't have access to you. You know, they say keep your I was always confused by that saying, keep your friends close and your enemies closer. I'm like, why would I want to keep my enemies close? That never made sense to me, but it's because I was looking at it from my own perspective. But if you look at it from an evil person perspective, they want to keep their enemies closer. But the thing is, you may not even be their enemy, but they made you an enemy in their mind, in their story. So those are the people who keep their enemies closer. They want to keep you close so that they have access to you to infiltrate your food, infiltrate your mind, infiltrate your living space, infiltrate your close relationships. They have to be close to you. That's the world that we live in. That's how the game is being played on a large scale. Not everybody is evil, but not everybody is good either. Not every smile is a real smile. Okay? So, God say, your rebirth of your imagination, remembrance. So your rebirth will come once you take a moment to go over in your mind, your imagination, the things that actually took place. Remembrance, that's history. It actually happened, okay? So your rebirth comes once you face the truth of what actually happened. Let's read on. We got dedication, passion, shadow. These are your enemies. Their dedication and their passion to be your enemy. They had a passion to be a dark force in your life. They loved that shit. More reason to stop loving them. Now that you know they're not deserving of your love, when you see who it is, you should be even quicker to turn off your pipeline of love for them. Okay? Do it for you. Right? Yeah. So we got cleansing and balance. So cleaning out that energy is going to bring you balance. Right? And we got concealment, protection of your new beginning, spring. So spring is like a new beginning. So God is saying you need to just take yourself away. Separate yourself, concealment. They can't see what you're doing. They have no access to you, so they don't know your inner thoughts anymore, because you do not hold them in confidence. They're not your confidant anymore. They're not welcome to your house anymore, so they can't infiltrate your food. They don't know anything about you anymore, so they can't go around and spread rumors and be seen as a reliable source, because it's like the people that they try to talk to, they're gonna say, well, why did they kick you out their life? You coming and telling us this could it look like an act of malicious intent. Your days of being a credible source of information about Sagittarius male is fading. I'm not sure if I should trust what you're saying, because people don't kick people out their lives for no reason. You see how that works? Yeah. So yeah, God said take yourself away, and that will protect your new beginning. Protection and spring. We got manifestation, the cycles. So starting from the beginning and seeing something through to the end, and then starting the next project when that is done. After celebrating, of course. Yeah. So we got death intensification of their initiation. You dead that shit. They won't have the spirit to want to bring drama in your life anymore. And love will prevail. Ethos. So now with the wisdom that you have of what took place in the past, you'll go forward being more cautious. And I'll read to you what this says because I love what it says on this card. Yeah, that's your power. So this is what it says. It says, by the Wiccan law ye must, in perfect love, in perfect trust. 8 words the Wiccan read fulfill, and ye harm none, do as ye will. And ever mind the rule of 3. What thee sent out comes back to thee. Follow this with mind and heart, and merry ye meet, merry ye part. And ye harm none, do as ye will. So now you're going to be more cautious about the vibe that you're experiencing around people, even if it's just a vibration, an energetic vibration. That's you tuning in more to your intuition. If you feel something is off, something is off. It may not be what you think it is, but at least you're aware that something's off, and then you can be more cautious in your dealings with anybody who enters your life going forward. Any and everybody. It is our duty to do so. You're getting more in touch with your magical abilities, your power of discernment, power of recognition, prosperity. And that's going to be incubated. So your prosperity, with this coming out first and then this coming out next, it's a good thing. You be protecting your fortune, protecting your fate, protecting your destiny. Now you're enclosed. All of that is enclosed because you're being more cautious as to who comes in and how you feel around them and all these things. And then we got intention, awakening, awareness. You're no longer blindly trusting. God had to put you through this. That was the intention of this exercise, because we tend to trust family. And I'm not saying this to make people start doubting their family, but just know if you're a gifted person and your enemy want to use anybody against you, it's going to be somebody close to you. Keep your enemies closer. Okay? They may not come into your life themselves, but they're going to attach themselves to somebody that is attached to you. That's how it works. Or for the high-level magicians, they attach themselves to something that is attached to you. Because the other day I was doing a reading, and I had my book, and I had this pen that I was ticking off the names with. And every time I tick off the name, the pen wouldn't work. So I end up scribbling. I'm going to turn to this side. If you can see the imprint, you see? That's how much the pen, and it's a brand new pen. You see all these scribbles where I did the checks? That's the other side of the paper. But I had to turn it so you can see exactly how hard I had to work to do the ticks. So while I was doing this other reading now, the angel messages, I had the book close to it, and it's like, I'm feeling some kind of vibe coming, like some kind of conflict between the book and the table. I'm like, why my table feels so funny? Why my board feels so funny? And then I realized I keep pushing the book away. And I thought it was the book, but then I remembered how the pen was giving me problem, a brand new pen. And I'm like, why every time I put you down and take you up, you're not writing? It's because they hexed the pen. So then I put the pen in the rubbish, and me and the book never had a problem again. As soon as I disconnected from the pen, I even thanked the pen for its service. Because it's not the pen's fault. Somebody turned the pen against me. You see? So I thanked the pen for its service, and then we parted. Merry ye meet, merry ye part. So even what we consider inanimate objects, be sure to be honest and show gratitude to these things because they're not inanimate. Because when you boil it all down, you see they talk about this thing called atoms, that thing that everything is made from. The truth is, when you boil all that down, what you're going to find at the base of everything is the God particle. If you want to talk science, what that is, I don't know. But it's, if everything is as a result of God, then God makes up everything and everyone. The same way they would say these atoms make up everything. If you were to investigate further and further, if we have the power to, which we don't, and humans don't deserve such power, we will find that even more minute than an atom, you will find something called the God particle, because everything is made of God, created by God. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was God. So if God can't die, if God is infinite, God neither began nor end, then nothing either can begin nor end, because we are made up of that which is infinite. Is that making any sense? I feel like that makes sense. So the chair that you think is just a chair, it's alive. Yeah. Yeah. Your radiator that you think is just a radiator, it's alive. Mm-hmm. Your spoon that you think is just a spoon, it's alive. Yeah. Your farts that you think is just a fart, it's alive. Your pee that you think is just some pee, it's alive. Fire is alive. The soil is alive. Everything is alive because God is everything. So God is in everything. God makes up everything. The God particle makes up everything. And God can't die. And that's why they come up with this conclusion in science saying that nothing is ever destroyed. It morphs, it changes, it transforms into something else. And that's true. Nothing is ever completely destroyed. Even if you burn something to ashes, the ashes exist. No matter how minute you can break the ashes up, you can never break it up so much so that it becomes nothing. It's there somewhere. Even if you can make it go away from where it is, it's going to be there somewhere. Maybe in many places, because if you crush ash up so fine and you got some kind of mechanism that you can make it disappear, it's going to be in existence somewhere after it leaves your presence. Talking about teleportation, it doesn't mean that it doesn't exist anymore. And if it exists elsewhere, it can come back as well. Infinite. No beginning, no ending. It's deep, in it. Yeah, man. See, I don't deal with stupid people. I don't like people that y'all ain't thinking about nothing. Y'all ain't talking about nothing. Y'all just talk about surface shit, like just real useless shit. And you think you're so much more intelligent and more important than I am. Like, really? Shit, I know better. And that's why I don't care about not having friends, because I know that most people don't give a fuck about what I be talking about. They never even thought to think about the things that I think about. Probably don't even have no friends or family or anything that would put them on that kind of mental trajectory. We are not the same. So let's see what their karma is, Sagittarius male, for doing such a wicked thing to you. They tried it. But God said today is your day of deliverance. I'm trying to say delivery and deliverance at the same time. But today is your day of deliverance. Now you know what's happening. Yeah, sometimes that's where my thoughts be talking to me. I be having a conversation and then the way how my thoughts will come out, it's like, they're like, mm-mm. And I be in agreement, like, I agree with you, like, no. I swear. The body itself is, the body itself, though connected to the spirit, they're different entities. Everything. We are one, but yet we are individuals. A whole entity on its own. And that's why we talk about alignment. Is it? In order to work together, even the mind with the body and or the body with the mind, there has to be alignment. If there's no alignment, then our lives are going to be haywire. Is it? You want me to break that down? Okay. Let me see. Give me a moment. Okay, the alignment with mind and body. It's kind of like a child. A child, look at how children move. Newborns up to like what they call, is the infant, toddler, infant stage. So I'm talking about the ones who are just discovering they got hands and they're just discovering that they can walk and things like that. It takes that connection between the mind and the legs to create that movement if it's walking. And if it's to use their hands to pick up something, there needs to be an alignment, a connection between their mind and their hands and going direct to pick up whatever they're trying to pick up. So like you be holding them and you have like an ice cream in your hand or something and they'll be reaching up, trying to get it, but their hand be going all kind of places that you shouldn't be going. But you know where they want to go. They want to grab your ice cream. That's what they're coming for. They're not trying to touch empty air. They're trying to touch your ice cream because they want some. Okay? Yeah. So, I mean, as we grow, we get better and better at the skill of aligning mind with body. And then as we grow more, we add the spirit or the soul to that. So it's making our thoughts and our mind and our body come into alignment. So it's like I think something. Now, instead of just allowing it to die as a thought, I need to now act upon that thought. It's just like if you live in a society that's very corrupt and you feel like, man, I ought to, okay? Instead of just allowing it to be a thought, you bring it all into alignment by manifesting that thought into your mind, meaning you got the idea, that is the thought, the spirit. Then you in your mind, you come up with a plan of action. You see? And then you put your body into motion to manifest. So you're not just talking about it, you're being about it. alignment. Yeah. Because we think many things, we think many good things, we think many bad things, but we have to bring them into alignment with our mind and then allow our bodies to execute so that we can get results from these thoughts, or else they just remain as thoughts. In the physical realm, that is. For the more advanced of us who can actually do things with their mind, it's kind of the same thing. Instead of using your body to move things about, you use your mind. It's still some kind of connection with something else, like your astral body. I guess that's correct. You use that to move things around. So your astral body is the one that you can't physically see. I guess it's that part of you that goes off when you dream at night and stuff like that. Some people can actually separate their physical from that part of themselves. So the same way you could be in whatever part of the world and your spirit is in your dream state, you're manifesting in some next part of the world that you probably never even been before. It's basically the same thing. Magic. We are magical beings. It's freaking fantastic, man. Okay? Y'all are missing a lot. Y'all are missing a lot, boy. Y'all ain't paying attention to the right shit. Fuck all them Gucci and Louis Vuitton and all that stupid shit. Who the fuck gives a shit about that? Okay? That comes after. That's not that important. Y'all be fucking up your whole destinies because look. My conversation is too deep and too powerful. They're trying to disturb us. Hold on. Do not disturb, motherfuckers. So, yeah, man. All them little and running behind man that don't really want to treat you good and running behind gal that don't want to treat you good, just keeping your mind focused on stupid shit that don't even, it's not going to help you. You need to build your foundation. Knowledge is power. You need to build a solid foundation, man. And everything that's coming out of me, I didn't get it from a book. I get it from connecting with the heavens, man. Because before there were any schools, before there were any books, the knowledge was there. How? It's because the people were connected to the divine, man. The divine tell them things, man. And then they put it on paper or put it on tablet. When I say tablet, I mean stone. They write the shit down, however the hell they used to do it. But it starts by coming from the heavenly realm, from the divine, to the receiver of the information, the seeker. Seek and ye shall find. You get answers to the questions that you ask. You get answers to the things that you ponder. What have you been pondering? You're always thinking about revenge on other people and shit like that. You're down there. You're far down there. Come. Think some other things. Think about some other things. Okay? Leave people alone. Now that you know that God be executing justice on your behalf, you know that you don't need to be fighting these fucking battles. Not every battle is yours to fight. Not every dog that bark, you need to turn around and pay attention. You got somewhere to go. You got shit to do, and you're not alone. God is here to handle your dirty work for you. Okay? Okay. So you can then dedicate your time and your energy and your focus and your effort on things that actually please you, things that make you smile, things that bring out the best in you, instead of wasting your time on haters and people who want to compete with you and people who want to lie to you and use you, and just kick them out, Rev. Loneliness ain't always a bad thing. Or being alone. You can be alone without being lonely. You know what I'm saying? Because if you're unhappy when you're around someone, then it's better to make them go. You'll have more peace. Just try it. Just try it. You see. Then you got more time to spend on the things that you actually want. So even if you don't want to go as high I would, or we would, because some of us, I know there are more like me on here. But even if you don't want to go that high, I'm sure there are other things that you would love to be spending your energy and your time and your money and your attention on. You know what I'm saying? But by you being pulled this way and that way by the fucking stupid people that you let into your life, it's stopping you from actually doing and being what you want to do and be. You understand? Get rid of the distractions, man. So, yeah, back to the karma. Let's see. You don't have to think as high as I do. You don't have to ponder the type of things, but there are better things to think about than just going to work every day and you come home. There's more to life than that. You can find some pleasure in there. Just be honest with yourself and seek that which you are drawn to. You know? Before there was any book and any Google, there was the divine, the original Google. That's why they talk about meditation. Be still. You don't even have to quite be still, because you could be doing whatever you're doing, but your thoughts are elsewhere, pondering things, and God is just revealing things to you. Spend some time with the all-knowing, all-seeing, ever-present divine energy that loves us all, no matter who we are and what we've done. It don't matter. Even the wicked get blessed. Just watch all these readings and you see. Even people in fucking shady dealings, don't think that you can fuck over your other criminal partners. God ain't with that shit. That's it. Even y'all gonna get justice. Because, I mean, fair enough, you're doing some criminal shit. But you want to put more criminal shit on top of this criminal shit? I'm not in support of that, man. I'd say, no, we're not doing that. Okay? There's rules and there's an order to uphold. Okay? Because y'all need to learn. You need to learn the parameters that I, the Lord, has set in the earth. You understand? Everybody's your brother and everybody's your sister. Act accordingly. Period. I don't give a fuck about y'all and your color differences and your bank account differences and your fucking nationality differences. I said, dear brothers and sisters, that's what the fuck I said. You're gonna treat each other accordingly, or you're gonna get your ass beat. I don't give a fuck if you're involved in good things or if you're involved in criminality. There are rules that I set, and you need to follow them, or else I'm gonna kick your ass. Period. That's what these karmic readings have taught me. Watch the Sagittarius female reading. I say, I know you're gonna color outside the lines sometimes, but how far outside the lines you think you could go without your painting looking ugly? Without you hating your painting. I'm gonna make you hate your painting, because if you color too far outside the lines, you're gonna get electrocuted outside there. You're going too far. Parameters have been set. Learn them. Recognize them. Respect them. Period. I am God. This is my territory. You are my creation and you are in my territory. This is my land and this is how it go in my kingdom. I don't care how much I love you, I will tap that ass. You can think I don't love you when I'm done tapping your ass. I don't give a fuck. That's how God be saying it. You love me later. Especially if somebody's doing the stupid shit to you. You gonna want me to tap their ass on your behalf though, right? I don't care how you feel about me. If the shoe was on the other foot, I know that you would want revenge. You would want justice. So why you think I'm not going to give your brother and your sister justice when you violate them? Because I love you more? Nah, you're going to get chastised too. Nobody is exempt from the law. I don't love none of you more than I love the other. I love all of you. You're all my children. And that includes the bush and the diamonds, everything animate and inanimate. You're all my children. Should we check to see what that is? I think we should. Loss of value. There's no loss of value around here. God value all of us and everything. Look at the bottom of the deck. Shit, that's all I got to say. Empty card. A blank card. Oh, followed by another blank card. God is like, that's all the fuck I got to say. Everybody has their value here. Only when you misbehave, that's when you lose your value. You give away your power to somebody else and you don't think I love them more than you, but shit, you deserve to go to jail. You deserve to be punished. It's not that I love them more than you. Your actions. You're paid by your works. You put good out there, you get good. You put bad out there, you're going to get bad. If you think that I deserve to be hated for setting the rules like that, then whatever. I'm still the boss. You get it one day. Y'all only know something as in it is an injustice when it's being done to you. That's one thing I don't like about y'all. When it's being done to you, you know it's an injustice. But when you're doing it to somebody, you think that it's supposed to fly. It's supposed to go through without a hitch and without repercussion. Dream on, God said. Dream on. Dream on, little one. God said anybody can get it. My body is hungry now. Micah, bring me another piece of Johnny Bake, please. It's inside the bowl. Sorry for disturbing you. Let me get my fried dumpling myself. It's taking forever. It's okay, Malika, I got it. Rest, little one, rest. Rest, my little one, rest. It's fine. Let me show them my fried dumpling. Fried dumpling. got some corned beef and fried dumpling prepared for breakfast. When I'm done with you, I have a date with destiny. Let me show y'all. Let's go to my kitchen. Yes, I'm extra. Got some corned beef. Got some fried dumpling. Breakfast is ready, but my body wasn't. So, but now it is. All right. The loss of family card flipped over. Okay. So, nobody needs to hear my belly going. Nobody want to hear that shit. I don't want to hear that shit. Woohoo! Okay. Shit. So the subject matter is loss of memory. Loss of memory. That's their karma. The subject matter is loss of memory. Ooh, that sounds serious. It's very interesting. Loss of memory. They come in like important information. There'll be confusion about important information or an absence of important information that should be in the memory. Is like it's not fucking there. Coming like dementia. What's the next one called? Alzheimer's. Although, I don't believe in those things. I believe that some people be pretending that they don't remember because they just did so much nonsense in their young days that it's easy to act like they don't remember because then it cuts off every conversation that would come up. So some people, I don't know if these things are real, dementia and Alzheimer's. I think that a lot of people be faking having dementia and Alzheimer's. Yeah, because it's like, where the fuck did that just come from in the last couple of years? Like, before they started talking about in the last couple of years, how prevalent was it? You know? Suspicious. Like, old people get old and just stop remembering shit. They don't want to remember because now they've reached a stage of awakening where they could see the fuckery that they were actually involved in for a very long time, and they've left a trail of broken hearts and broken promises even to themselves, and they've destroyed relationships that could have gone with them straight into their old age, and shit like that. Probably killed a few people and never really got found out, and so It's easier to forget because if I forget and you ask me anything, I could just act like, where am I? Who are you again? That's why some people be saying, oh, they don't remember me. And sometimes they remember you, sometimes they don't remember you. How come? It just shuts down all the conversations. Sound like a good trick to me. So perhaps the one that's been offending you, now they're gonna act like they got, that means it must be somebody close to you. Well, it has to be somebody close to you. We already established that. Okay. Could be like a mother or father or something. So their karma is a loss of opportunity. They can't do it anymore. They don't have access to you like that anymore. Yeah, look at that. A loss of access. They don't have access to you anymore. So their karma is for you to actually go forward and be a success, and they have to watch you be a success, and they can't do shit about it to hinder you anymore because they don't have any access to you anymore. That's their karma. That's gonna hurt them. Y'all be thinking that when God execute karma just by stopping people from doing things, they had a passion. They were dedicated for a long time to stopping you. And even up to doing this reading, they were trying to stop me from doing this reading because they don't want this message to come out so that you understand what's happening. So them not having these opportunities anymore or having access to you, that is like knives. You know the 10 of swords in the tarot deck? That's what it feels like for them. I'm melting. It's like you undid all the magic. Yeah, they're about to get fucked up because they can't even find peace within themselves. Watching you win is really gonna hurt them. Watching you come back to life is really going to hurt their feelings. So yeah, and it's gonna be for a long time because this is just the beginning. You're just starting to wake up. So if they think they feel bad now, they need to hold on to their britches, I tell you. So loss of access and loss of mobility. They can't move in your life no more. They can't do shit. You probably gonna find a secret agent in your life soon from now if you haven't found them already. And it's like, yeah, you got to go. Break. You got to go. Also, an empty hole where that person used to be or those people used to be. All saboteurs cut off. Can't do shit to me anymore. Yeah. And then the silent card. It's like there's nothing else to say. Nothing else to say. Yeah. The authority. Lock off. They ain't got no authority over your destiny anymore. You want me to read some more? Let's see. So loss of authority and loss of status. You no longer hold whoever this is, the saboteur, or maybe it's the actual culprit. They no longer have high status in your life. You don't see them or respect them the same because now you know you were loving them, but they weren't loving you. And because of your love for them, they had access to you, and they betrayed that access by trying to hurt you rather than helping to manifest your best self. Because if you're a healer, you would be a blessing to any and everybody around you. That's what we do. So let's say you're capable of making millions or billions. This person or these people, had they been supportive of you, if you have, they have. But instead of allowing you to grow and become successful, they try to cut your tree down and dig up your seeds and keep you in the ground. So now you don't have, they don't have. And now you're about to have. And they won't have because they forfeited whatever space, whatever status, whatever they would have gotten from you. They forfeited that when they betrayed you. Yeah, loss of status. They forfeited that when they betrayed you. They became an infection in your life. They became an illness in your life. They tried to, what's the word? pass on, contagious, bad vibes, you know, loss of cognition. So you see, that's the alignment. So that's your brain aligning. Well, that's your spirit aligning with your brain, aligning with your body. So for a long time, you felt hopeless or helpless. You felt uh, incapable of creating the kind of life that you know you deserve to live. But it's because there were people in your life actively stopping you from doing so. You probably for a moment was blaming yourself, thinking that it's all you, something wrong with you. I should just give up. I should just quit. And today God is coming to you like, nah, it's not you. It's them. It's them. So if you haven't identified these culprits in your life, get ready because you're about to. And like I said, don't let it break you. Look, loss of money. If you're rich, they're rich. But they forfeited having access to your money. Loss of limb. You would have been a great help to them. These are your limbs. Your hands, your feet, your mouth, your nose, your eyes. You know? It's like if they got a problem, they know they can count on you as long as you're available, or you got access to get someone else to help them. If they had made your life good, being the healer that you are made of love. That's what we do. That's who we are. That's what fuels us. That's what makes us happy. That's what makes us feel. It's just a vibe that is unmatched. Okay? It's unmatched. We love to put smiles on people's faces. That's what we were made for. But if they don't deserve that much of our attention and our effort, then we're not going to want to do that. And they've lost that in you. But they tried to make you lose it in yourself. Now you're about to find it in yourself, and they've lost it. You're no longer going to bring happiness to their life. Matter of fact, they don't even exist to you. And it's going to hurt them to watch you be a success. It's going to hurt them to watch you heal and heal others. Obstruction. So they lost out on your money because they tried to make you lose cognition. They lost out on your money. They lost out on your help. And that's an obstruction to them. You were somebody that they could depend on. Because the thing with us healers is we may not have money that we can give. We may not have a lot of things that we can provide. But whatever we do have, we make sure that we use it to the best of our ability to make somebody else, to be a blessing in somebody else's life. That's what we do. That's all we know about. That's what the fuck we love. We love to be a blessing to ourselves and to others. Because we know we would want somebody to be a blessing to us. That's how life is supposed to be. This is how we are wired. That's how our psyche works. And that's why a lot of time people use love against us. They fool us with their fake love. But now we're learning to recognize the fakes. People come and play on our emotions because they know we're empaths as well. We tend to feel sorry for someone. We can put ourselves in other people's shoes and feel sorrow on their behalf and want to help them. We need to stop being so loose. Okay? We need to be more discerning about where we execute our powers of empathy and love. Not everybody deserves it. And that's the lesson that God made you go through all this to realize. Not everybody deserves your goodness. Be more selective about who you share your good nature with. Be more selective about who you allow into your personal space. Not everybody wants to see you win. You want to see everybody win. But not everybody want to see us win. You know? That's just how the game goes. We want to see everybody win, but not everybody wants to see us win. And those people need to get cut off. They're a hindrance to our destiny. They are saboteurs towards our fate, our deserved fate, which is one of goodness because we put good out into the world. You plant good seeds, you're supposed to reap good fruit. But you find you're planting good seeds and you're still experiencing loss and hurt, and you don't feel like you can really trust nobody, and you're experiencing sorrow, and you know what I'm saying? It should don't match. It's because of who you got around you and what they're doing to you. Yeah. The obstruction is gonna make them lose control. So now they can't rely on you anymore. They're gonna be like, I wanna rip their hair out and shit. Yeah, bitch, take that. And loss of libido. They don't even want to have sex no more. Hey, they don't have no get up and go anymore. Oh my god, they're gonna be a wreck. Yeah, you getting this awakening is their worst nightmare, Sagittarius male. Yeah, I don't think they're very happy with me right now. They've been trying to stop me from the beginning before I even decide, before I even put press record or whatever the thing is, before I press live. When I was thinking to come do the video, they were trying to discourage me. I'm like, you don't even make no sense because I got all these names on my book, and today I'm working on Sagittarius male. I've dedicated myself to doing these readings, and whoever voice that is, whatever energy that is that's telling me not to do this reading, you're completely powerless. Like, who are you? Yeah, I don't work for you. So anyway, so we got Cancer male coming next and Aquarius male after that. And that brings us to the end of this reading. Everybody, thank you so much for joining me. One love. I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care of yourself and go out and do God's work, man. And let God's work for you. Mwah. I remember not bad here. They don't watch it. You didn't see that. This was supposed to be on my head like this. Oh, it's absolutely terrible. That's what a bad hair they look like in my town. See, get a nice look. Kind of look like, well, I look like Darth Vader. See you guys.